welcome back. This is still Shobiz Chat on Shobiz TV with me, Evergreen Asantua, and this is our trend segment. Yes, you're welcome back. We are still here on Shobiz Chat on Shobiz TV. And remember that here on the show, we give you, our cherished viewer, the opportunity to always share with us your views and your opinions. Our WhatsApp number is 0503 951006, 0503 951006, and you can quickly share with us any view or opinion concerning any topic that we are discussing here on the show. And today on our trend segment, I know that most of you are on the socials. You know what has been happening, what's been trending, and a lot of people are talking about it, and which is why we're also talking about it. Just that here we will do a different kind of talking, yes, because I have here with me Papa OG and NYB Live, the twins. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
The
way you said thank you very much,
me
then we get problem.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good. Yeah, I've been seeing you on IG. So.
Yeah, evergreen.
Really,
Yes.
I'm not the one trending here on the show.
You are evergreening.
Oh,
you are trending.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it
very
is.
good.
Okay.
And congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yes, so today we are talking about Hajia for real, Mona for real.
Mona.
I know that we all know what's been happening, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But we are here to let our viewers also know the details of it. So let me quickly read the details and we'll also delve into the discussion. Hajia for real pleads guilty in romance scam. Mona Montrage, better known as Hajia for real, has admitted her involvement in laundering funds derived from a sequence of romance scam. Today, she entered a guilty plea for the charge of conspiracy for receiving stolen money in front of U.S. Magistrate Judge Sarah L. Cave. The 31-year-old socialite from Ghana confessed to the single count of conspiring to receive stolen money in an offense that could lead to a maximum prison sentence of 5 years. In addition, Montrage has consented to forfeit and provide restitution of the same amount, totaling $2,167,758.41. Hajia for real in November 2023 changed her legal representation. This decision follows her separation from Adam Cortez, who had been her attorney since the initiation of her prosecution. Hajia for real submitted the request for a change in attorney to the U.S. court in November 8, 2023, and was granted on November 9, 2023. She subsequently retained the services of Miss Eliano Fast from the Fast Law firm, PC, to handle her case going forward. The specific reasons for her decision to switch lawyers were not disclosed. And that is what we have here for you on the show. And I know that, like I mentioned earlier, most of you have been on the socials, so you already know what is trending. But what's on your mind? What is also your view on this particular topic? Let us know it, because we are interested. This show is for you and for us, right? So the WhatsApp number is always active for you, our cherished viewer. The number is 0503 951006. So what do you think? Who is going first today? But NY, why are you in black today? Is everything okay?
Well, I mean, my sneakers.
Okay, that's fine.
I look good in black.
Oh.
That's true though.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, it's I know as I say, it's a full circle moment. But the case is finally coming to a closure.
close.
You know, we've had a lot of back and forth, and today I might be more on GH Hyper, who happens to be the blogger for Hajia.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because GH Hyper, I think last week said Hajia has deleted or disabled
the social media handles because she was going to school.
Yes, now we know the school. Yes, now we know the school.
Law school, prison school.
This is prison school on the campus of Romance Camp.
Right.
University of Romance Camp. So now we know the prison, the school she's about to go to. But it's a long time coming. You know, since she was arrested, there were speculations. In fact, there were a lot of denials. They say she's under house arrest, she's not guilty, and finally she has pled guilty. Well, I don't know it into the full details, but this should be like a lesson to a lot of people.
Right.
Where when you become greedy for money, in a way, one day your day will come.
Your day will come.
We saw
definitely.
with Hash Papi, we've seen it with a lot of people, and now we see it with Hajia. Now the ladies who were inspired by her story coming from Tamale without anything, and she's talking about a lot of hard work and stuff. Hopefully
now we know the hard work.
Yes. Now hopefully this is also a lesson to all of you to see that not be everywhere be gold.
Right.
Because sometimes you can't when you can't account for things you've done, then go fit tell you then start with 5 CDs. 1 CD in a dream.
1 CD in a dream.
1 CD in a dream. And it's hard, but I'm sad for her because she's one of my favorite female artists. I'm like a die-hard Mona for real fan. Say what? So it's sad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, say what? And she was coming in.
Yeah, she was coming.
The way you say that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a fan. Like the way she was coming in, she had so much potential to be like one of the top female artists.
Right.
She was nearly there to the arrest came and all that. So it's unfortunate. Yeah. But they've not sentenced her yet. But if they give her the maximum 5 years, hopefully when she comes back, she shouldn't lose her
music career.
At least she should come back and give us prison music.
You see, when you said a CD and a dream, it reminded me of Kwesiata and Ground Up. So I was actually expecting that we will have Kwesiata and Ground, like the brouhaha going on social media.
Right.
Yeah.
As part of the trend.
Yes.
But we have that for relating in regards to the main topic.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's wonderful.
As one of our case studies.
Okay. That's wonderful. But with Hajia, I was pleased to see her works. Yeah, when she started investing into
her music career.
Yeah, and I think she's one of the few people who have actually invested in music in Ghana. Not just even by money, but connection, networking. You understand, like exposure. She has done a lot for a lot of artists.
That they don't see.
Yes, that they don't see. So, as much as all these things, like all these things are good, like ever since it started, that was where my mind was.
Your mind.
Yeah. If she has pleaded guilty, you know, I'm sorry for her, but let's also acknowledge that she has done something in the industry. Yeah, she brought some kind of competition. You know, the ladies were sleeping.
Right, and I'm hoping that it will not go a long way to affect her, but one way or the other, it will definitely affect her, right?
It is presently, because right now she's not able to perform. She's not able to. You understand?
But 5 years in prison.
Oh, it will come soon.
It will come soon.
Very soon.
But I'm also sure.
I
was thinking that probably it was because it was true. But because she was not pleading guilty, that was why the whole process was prolonging. You know, so she realized that she just had to give up.
Probably.
Yeah, because I heard
it can also be that it is not true, but that was her only hope.
No, because I heard that there are like a stack load of evidence against
it. Right.
You get me? And this is not even trial.
Right.
This is pre-trial.
Pre-trial.
And if she's relevant, if it goes to actual trial, she stands to go in, she's still to be imprisoned for a longer jail sentence
than the 5 years.
Yes,
so like this is a plea deal.
This is a plea deal by paying. They said the 2 million, but I think it should go up a bit. Like it should be like around the 4 million, according to NYDJ. and then after paying, she can face up to 5 years. So it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, depending on the level of information she is willing to give out.
Yes.
Compare, especially if she has people she will so she's sentenced. You cannot know the exact amount of years, but if she fails to pay back, that one they don't go add more. Yes, but it be strange. But one weird thing too, when you mentioned she investing in the music, is at least now 2 people who are really investing in our creative arts were all been caught to do shady things.
Right.
Well,
Number one, Men's Good.
You understand?
Who put in a lot of money, and now we have
they change. You see, they change the scene of the industry when they stepped in. You get it. So sometimes it's very difficult to just like accept that, oh yeah, they were really, because when you look at their contribution to the society within that span that they actually made wealth, it's it's more how they call it, laudable than some of our you understand. So I'm sorry for her, but media, ever since she started working, I've been very proud of her. Very proud. I'm a fan. I don't want to do the thing then. I read that for you.
Say what? That's why we do it again.
No, but I'll do it. But in as much as we are proud of her, we also need to acknowledge the role she's played. And she's paying for whatever she's done. Right. Because once you plead guilty means you did it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we need to also acknowledge by her own guilt. We are going to judge her, but still, as she's in the prison there, you still go try put her on. Say what?
But I don't think that this is something that definitely people will judge her. Because I mean,
we've been judging her.
Yes.
Absolutely. But this is a common practice here in Ghana. People are doing fraud.
It's not.
And it is common.
It's not common in my cycle. It's not common. It's not common in my cycle. No, it's not.
You see, it boils back to the unemployment situation in Ghana. You understand? So.
But she was employed.
You see, was she? You get it? Was she like you're making revenue though, but it's not revenue that the government can tax. Right. So as I say, I watched. Was it? I want to, even if I can't remember. The point is, the person was talking about the creative art and then tax. You send they are doing population something, and then occupation. You watch the occupation, then about 1,000 people are musicians, or 100 people are photographers. Like, how do you tax them? That's how the government looks at every industry. You understand? Right. So if you are not accepting or saying that this is my work, this is my occupation, I'm not saying hers is right. If she I'm not saying hers is right, fraud is not right, but this is the time that we own up to some occupations that is tangible, is real. You understand?
But it looks like this is something that she's been doing for a very long time. Per the informations that we are getting, or the rumors, let me put it that way.
The thing that if you are not caught,
that's how it is. Yeah.
If she wasn't caught, I doubt you speculate that
you would never know.
You don't have concrete evidence.
And if she didn't plead guilty, and probably she was doing it, but she found a way to escape and be seen as what they call innocent. You understand? Like, we would also never know. Even with this one, we don't even know. Probably she's not doing it, but she needs to get out of it. Maybe it's disturbing her, so she just accepts it. You understand? So it boils back to the point that unemployment is a big situation in the country.
But do you know that per rumors, there are a lot of musicians out there who are also into
rumors.
To your court.
Yes.
So what advice do you also have for people like that, or musicians who are also practicing fraud?
Your time is coming. Your time will come. Everybody is there.
Just be wise.
Just be wise.
Just be wise. That's all. You have to be wise, honestly.
So
there's a lifestyle you can't do forever.
Forever.
You get it? Yeah. And wealth comes in diverse ways. So you should just probably that's how yours came, but it doesn't mean you live on it forever. There are other ways that you can. There's an investment. That's an investment. So if an investment is in, and then you just rely on everyday investors should come, it doesn't work that way.
Because you had a musicians who browse.
Yeah.
Who used to browse?
Who used to
Who used to browse?
Who used to?
But now they've gotten to a level they no longer even need to browse.
They don't even need to, because when they do, they are making more than if they browse.
You understand? So
today, the two of you really came.
Change profession.
You want to start music, right?
Oh, we are music.
Oh my God, the
It's
two of
funny.
you are
NYB used to rap.
Used to rap. You can ask all the Pope Jones people. They'll tell you.
It was very
Black Snow.
Wesley Grammar.
Black Snow.
Almost so sound.
What's now to you, man?
Okay, so back to what we were discussing. My God, the two of you are making me confused this evening. Why are you doing that?
Well,
we are talking about Hadia for real, Mona for real, and then the two of you are trying to divert.
Like I know you are talking about Hadia for real, but my mind is on Omali.
Oh, okay. I don't know why you really want us to talk about Omale this evening, but we'll get there. But also, people were also on the fact that it looks as if because she was Ghanaian, that is why they took the case very, very serious. Because sometimes you don't hear other cases going back and forth out of the courts, like them taking such cases so seriously. But it looks, if you remember, she was caught when she traveled outside. So does that also mean that if she was to be in Ghana, she wouldn't have been caught, or they would have come for her here?
So I don't think the case is blown up because she's Ghanaian.
She's Ghanaian.
It's not that. It's because she's a public figure.
Yeah. Right.
She's a known figure.
Right.
And if you're a known figure and an issue happens to you, it blows up. But I doubt even the FBI people thought it will blow up like this. And yes, usually if I wouldn't say she wouldn't have been arrested in Ghana, but the process wouldn't have been that easy.
Interpol and all.
Yeah, because if she had relationship with people in high places, so sometimes she can frustrate the extradition and all that. But between UK and US, it's easy. You get me? And the funny, I don't know whether it's funny, but she went to play Ghana Music Awards UK.
Oh, Charlie.
That's how they got there. So it's Charlie. It might not be easy.
It's a spoil, right?
Yeah.
So talking about that, I want us to look at the how if God, Hadia for real. The story it's sad and it's funny in a way.
Yeah, true.
It's true. How true is that?
Like when you see the speed that she enter the industry.
So
Charlie.
and then it looks like it hasn't become a waste, but it looks like she just did all of that for
nothing.
For nothing.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Sad.
And that's what makes it sad, right?
Yes.
Right.
I think she didn't do it for anything. She did it for prison time. Yeah, because it's
my God.
because it's the popularity that has brought all the eyeballs.
Yeah.
If Hadia had not entered into music,
Right.
and this case had happened, yes, there will be talkability, but it wouldn't have.
It would have been on the low.
It wouldn't have been that.
It's happening. Like Hush Puppy. You see, Hush Puppy is just like her. He's also in the limelight, so it will blow up. But there are people who have been caught.
Oh, people are caught every day. That's
what
what
we don't hear.
People are caught every day.
Right.
But we don't
So
know
now that it has happened like that, let's look at how well it will affect her in terms of her career, in terms of contracting issues, since our main topic has to do with contracts.
That's true. Right now, I believe in the corporate world, they don't like lawsuit and all those court cases and stuff. So every product would like to keep him or herself clean. Every product would like to keep itself clean. You understand? So probably if she had she had endorsement.
Right.
You know, they'll show support, but I don't think they would like to put her up on the limelight, because the light right now on her is not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, so I don't think if Pizza Man would probably, if by this time, if she was still bubbling, he's opening more branches around. So you probably would have been her face all around. You get it? And you see, this is it. It has also probably affected Pizza Man. If probably he had that marketing idea. You get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think her team haven't really been proactive, probably because of the court case, and I doubt they are going to be proactive now that she has played guilty. Most of them will try and disassociate themselves so that they wouldn't have eyeballs on them. But I believe you've seen Vybz Kartel in prison all these years. She still drops songs. So if she's actually serious about the music, I'm sure they had a whole litter of songs, a whole bunch of songs they can start releasing. At least 5 years there.
While she's in prison.
If they give her 5 years, if they give her 5 years.
It can happen like that?
Yes. Vybz Kartel has been in prison for more than a decade.
Every song you'll be hearing from Vybz Kartel since probably.
But he has a song with.
It's from prison.
Yes, he has a song with.
So she records in prison.
Yeah.
And then
He has a song.
Okay, their system is
Shatawale. And his own guy is for medal. So his own is for life. He's now trying to. So Hajia, it should be easy within the next 5 years for them to at least keep dropping songs.
And you know, like this as they say, the spotlight, you can't really tell me negative or positive. It's how you use it. So as I always say, if the team is proactive.
Yeah, but I doubt that. I'm sure in their mind she's going to prison. She doesn't need his song.
Okay.
For Ghanaians, our mindset is different. But with regards to that, how will it also affect the trust and credibility of other social media influencers?
You don't trust them already.
You don't trust them already?
People don't really trust them. People, on the same social media, they have people who claim they are uncovering the secrets of the influencers. You get it? So it's a whole circle that...
The influencership is a dicey place because, let's be honest, Jema, sometimes you see someone driving some car, you look at how much they even charge per gig, and you two are working. You wonder how my work they do, I know that they do legit work. I know they get, and people think it's envy. Usually it's not envy, it's critical analysis. Because I don't understand why you are doing, I'm doing this, you are doing that, and you are buying Range Rover, you are buying Benz. What taxes are you paying? How are you getting the money?
1 second, like 30 seconds, and you are making how much?
Buying Jaguar, going to Dubai, going to trips.
Sometimes that's realistic.
Who's paying? You get it. If government was serious, like most of that,
they will be taxing them.
And this is even why people also believe Hajia's case.
Well,
because the lifestyle that she was living was very, very expensive.
In
our eyes.
Like the new Hajia.
And who is the new Hajia?
We know the Hajia.
Okay.
The new Hajia. So.
The two of you, I don't understand what is going on here today on the show because I feel lost. But anyways, you can always let us know what's on your mind, your views and your opinions. The WhatsApp line is 0503-951006. 0503-951006. Remember that we're also live on our Facebook and on our YouTube at Shobiz TV. If you have an Android phone, you can quickly download the Shobiz TV app on the Google Play Store, and you always see everything that is going on here in the studios, and you can watch us wherever you are. I mean, once you have us on your phone, it means you're taking us everywhere you go. So take note of that. And I'm hoping that today I'll get a few messages from you, 1 or 2. It will spice up the whole conversation and will make it very, very interesting. And back on our trend segment. You keep talking about Omale. I don't know why. And you know, the reason why he's not talking a lot is because Omale is...
It's in his head.
It's not like it's in... But... Someone has lost his girl because of Omale.
Because of
it's sad.
Okay.
So it's like a trending topic.
Like
Gemma, you then your woman go concert, then Blacko pull down camp stage.
Why Blacko for do that?
How would you feel, bro?
I'll be proud.
You'll be proud.
Blacko is a superstar, so
okay.
You understand?
You know what? Today, if I follow the two of you, we will just swift off the whole topic. But let's come back to our trend segment. What are some of the roles that you think these influencers that we see on social media or these musicians and artists also play when it comes to Hajia's case? Do you think it has to do with the influencers? She was watching other people's lifestyle, or it's just
before Mona,
Mona, yeah.
we had Monte Carlo.
Yes, we had Monte Carlo.
And who is that?
Oh, by the way, Gen Z, you know what? We will grow. No, but that,
I'm
you see,
101.
no, but like, let's say social media now puts a lot of pressure on
Right.
people. I wouldn't just use HGSKs, but people are seeing stuff on social media. Like I'm saying, you have these influencers driving luxurious cars, living in nice apartments, going on vacations. No one is asking how they are making money, but people feel, oh, it's just the influencing giving them all these things, and it puts pressure on people to live that type of life. Like you spoke about young people doing fraud. During my days, people who did fraud was because their seniors were doing fraud. They were showing them stuff, like the cars and stuff. Even right now, if you go to Cantamanto, the fraudsters have spoiled the market. You are not doing fraud. You cannot buy the things because if you can't buy, the fraud will come and buy. Right. Yeah, do you understand? So it has a certain layer of pressure on you for you to do certain things to succeed, and it all boils down to what Jima said, the economic situation of Ghana. Because if I believe if the work I'm doing, I'm getting paid the way I'm supposed to be paid, I shouldn't be worrying about an influencer buying Range Rover.
Of course.
With not as much effort as I'm putting in.
Yeah.
You get it.
Of course.
And if the influencer is as influential, let's say Nanaba or Mark Brown buying Range Rover, it's not.
No.
But this an influencer came like 3 or 4 days ago.
How long have you worked?
Just because you turn around. Yeah, because you turn around. It's problematic.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to force a lot of young ones to follow in that footstep. I'm not going to lie.
And with the amount in the case, 2,700. Let me get it right before. But you know, it's a huge amount of money.
2,000.
Right?
2 million.
2 million.
Yes, dollars. US dollars.
Right, that's a lot of money. You know that.
Yes,
Yeah, but she can pay.
She can pay.
Yeah.
But how much
But
has
you
she
know
made
that-
from? Sorry, I'm asking the
The
question.
romance scam.
From the romance.
More than 2 million.
Oh yeah.
So she's
okay,
paying. It's the money that she's paying you.
Oh.
She's paying the money. So, but
2,164,000.
Yes.
758.41. What is that 0.41 or 41 doing?
Every single money. Yeah, she will account for it. That if a house at Transaco is not rented,
It's not rented.
and it's actually bought, they can sell it and
Sell it.
pay some chunk of the
Right.
money. Her cars, the money in her bank account. I'm sure there's some sugar that you go if you sort them.
Right. But do you also think that this amount of money can serve as a deterrent for other influencers who are also competing against some of these illegal activities?
A thief is a thief.
You see, people are trying to survive.
Are trying to survive.
People are just trying to survive.
Right.
Honestly, sometimes we want to try and the morality and then the ethics and all that. You can't do away with them, but sometimes the reality is there. People are trying to survive. So it could be the like, for instance, Wallace says that he's paid $9,000
$9,000
a month, or he was paid $9,000 a
Which of the worries are we talking about?
month. Comedian Wallace.
Yeah, that one I don't know. I don't know who's watching the videos, but
Where?
kudos to them. Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. Was it TV3?
No, he said he made that money from Facebook.
From
the
Facebook,
platform.
sorry, from Facebook, yeah.
He made
From
that
only
amount from
Facebook.
Facebook.
You understand? So,
Hey.
Oh
yes.
yeah. It's not surprising, but I'm really sure that people actually watch it and laugh.
So
No, today the two of you, I don't understand you.
it's the topic. The topic is like everything trending right now hovers around the same.
Yeah,
The
that
same
one.
topic.
No, but
Yeah.
how many? Okay, let's say out of 10 contents Warriors
Yeah.
post, which one do you laugh at?
Okay, honestly, I don't follow his.
Yeah, your one is 0.0.
I'm sure by tomorrow morning we should be trending for what is happening here today. So make your point. Don't let him distract you or confuse you. Make your point.
So what I mean is, he's saying 9,000, and then you are like, if there's a young man or a young guy out there, a young boy be from somewhere, sees $9,000, and yeah, I'm coming from the influencers influencing like some of her decisions. So when the young man gets in,
Right.
as soon as he gets in, probably like somebody approaches that, oh, I've seen you are getting numbers, so let me give you 5,000 and say that you got 5,000 from Facebook. Oh, why are you saying you will get 9,000 from Facebook? But the person wouldn't research, the person wouldn't like education, the person wouldn't understand what really goes back, and then FBI comes in and then they just go back there, they just see 1, 2, they know that you are guilty. I don't know if you are getting my point. Right. So some of these things, when you are saying it, you shouldn't just say it raw. You get it. You shouldn't just say it raw that you got this. Like Haja, for you listen to some of her interviews, how she got her money and stuff. Some of the stories doesn't add up. But there's somebody else out there who is looking at her and feeling like, oh, if this is what she said, then I'm also going. Somebody to follow the rumor, sugar daddy, and end up, destroying their life. You understand? Yeah. So some of these things, like it's happening. People see it, they take whatever they want, and they decide to follow. You get it?
Okay. So what broader implications of this particular topic that we are discussing, what broader implications does it have on social media influencers who are also involved in criminal activities like this romance scam that we are talking about?
Implication, I want to understand.
Implications, like the consequences, what they will be suffering from as a result of such criminal activities.
I think first, your comfort online, you wouldn't be too comfortable online.
So after prison, she won't be too comfortable.
After prison, that's what we're saying. If she knows, like, she has something planned, this is also an advantage. It's an advantage. So what you can do with what happens to you? What is there's a word they use. Failure is a virtue. So what virtue are you going to take from what has just happened? You get it? What are you going to take from what has just happened? If you are an influencer and you see it, probably somebody is there and is like, oh, or your door and your channel. Do you understand? So it just comes from everybody's angle. As you are also doing what probably she did, this is the result that will come. So what do you take from it? You get it? Yeah. How much have you scammed? Probably yours is overhead. You get it? Yeah. So you might not be paying 2 million.
Right.
And probably the lifestyle that you live, you can't use it to regain the money that you stole.
Right.
You understand? Right. You buy cars, it depreciates. Right. Value depreciates. She bought what else? Like aside from probably maybe let's say the music investment, but how much did she make from the music investment?
Because she was basically just getting started.
Yes. So all counts. So whoever is we sitting right now and discussing it, what are we taking from it? That's it.
NYB, do you have anything to add up?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be 2 ways. She's either going to inspire more people to enter into the business, or she's going...
how can this be an inspiration?
You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. You think this someone is inspiration. Like Jima said, someone's mind only he lose near channel.
Yeah.
I know Creso. Only he lose near channel. You get me? But I doubt she's the first, and I doubt she's going to be the last. Yeah. And we're also going to have people who are going to use it as inspirational to do certain stuff. If they are doing, they'll probably stop or pause for a while to reflect on life. But it's two-sided, basically.
Right. But do you think that there are any steps that social media platforms can also take in order to prevent people from using their platforms to engage in such illegal activities?
I think it's been going on recently. The big four were called by U.S. senators. Okay. TikTok, Meta, X, and then what's the other one? They were called, and they had to pay some amount to people who have suffered from such scams. Yeah, on their platforms. You get it. And the best they can do. Recently, I was on an interview. We spoke about cyber
bullying. security
addiction, cyber addiction. Yeah, so it's made us talk about the bullying, the security. So this is part of cyber security. The things that they can put in place to control. It has started. Right now, you can only register about 10 SIMs on your Ghana card. That means that when you have 10 numbers, Facebook also has a limit to the number of accounts you can open with a number. You get it? If you are logging in, they want to see that you're a real human being. They put things in place like tick the dog. You get it? So all these things, you go online, you're trying to open an account, you see all these things. It means a lot. It's part of it. That's why Meta has been dragged in the US for a very long time. Investors from Russia, for a very long time. You get it? So these are some of the securities that they can put in place to control these things. You don't hear much about cyber fraud from Twitter, now X. But it goes on there. You get it? It goes on there, but they have more strict rules, so probably the rest can follow. Get more security systems in place so that they can control. Where right now you can find somebody where the person is. Like when you get the location, you can use the location to check the Ghana card or something. Know the person's name, biometrics. You can get the person's face. You understand? So I think there are more security measures being put in place.
NYB.
People are gullible. And this is never going to end. And even with the emergence of AI, it's going to increase. Back in the day, you have to do a voice. Hello, what to say? Now AI does it for you flawlessly. It sounds the same. So once people continue to find love on social media or dating sites, people are going to continue to scam them. Because how many years they infused the African prince to scam her? People still fall for it.
Now.
Do you get it?
African prince.
Yeah, African prince.
African prince.
I've go somewhere.
You see one white lady talking to about 20 men.
You get
same picture.
Yeah, but even in recent times, if they upgrade them now, at least if you old man, you will come down, you will come marry me, then take you go. So there's an upgrade. But the whole thing is, fraud is definitely not going to go away. We just need to be vigilant who you talk to online, who you have a conversation with, who you send money to, and all that. That's the most important aspect.
That will be all for our train segment here on the show, and we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll delve into our main topic or main discussion for tonight.
Celebration of divine favor and musical grace, MOG Music presents New Wine 2024 live in Accra, a concert to commemorate a decade of God's goodness. Join us on Sunday the 17th of March 2024 at the Oil Dome Obechebi Lamte as we are honored to host the exceptional talents of Dr. Kwesi Mreku Ntokozo Mbambo, Nasi Perez Music, Kobe Mante and Cici Beidou. The time is 4 p.m. Brace yourself for an unforgettable evening filled with soul-stirring melodies and uplifting ministrations. Secure your seats at Community 11 Shell, Airport Shell, Bachuna Total, Royal House Chapel Ahimfe, and Community 8 Shell. Rate single 50 Ghana cedis, double 80 Ghana cedis, VIP 200 Ghana cedis. Online experience $10 or visit www.newwineconcert.com. Ticket hotline 0205 000 565 or dial *389 *777# to purchase your tickets. Sponsors: PMMC, Total Family Health Organization, eTransact, DDP, Mist Mineral Water, Pitch Pedal, Simple Colors, Serene Insurance, Tank Palace, Africa World, and New Line Extra. Media partners.
Struggling with hair troubles or pesky dark spots? Botanics brings you the ultimate organic solution straight from Ghanaian herbs with a touch of USA. Say hello to your hair's new best friends: hydrating shampoo, hair conditioner, anti-dandruff and anti-itch rejuvenating serum. Oh, and for the gents, Botanics Beard Oil for that dark, shiny, and irresistible beard look. Dark spots? Not anymore. With a dark spots corrector, banishing those spots from chickenpox, measles, and more. Reveal your hair's natural beauty, regain hair strength, and rock that beard. For bulk purchases and retail, contact 024 421 9303 or 024 139 1257.
If you find yourself in Kumasi, walk into Multi-Gold Network, MGN's Cosmetics, Edum Kumasi, near the Kingsway, adjacent ADB Bank, or call on 024 2241 801.
Or visit any Kuala supermarkets near you to purchase all Botanic products. Botanics, Wallap in style.
Yes, you're welcome back from the quick break. We're still here on Shobiz Chat on Shobiz TV with me, Evergreen Asantwa, and you're welcome to our main discussion for tonight. And this evening we are looking at how artists or what artists should do or look out for when signing record label deals. What should artists look out for when signing record label deals? And you have the topic on your screens, and I have with me Papa Oji and NYB Live in case you just tuned in. That is what we are looking at today. And we know that there are a lot of artists out there who don't even go through their agreements or their contracts when they are being presented to them, and day in and day out we keep hearing rumors or news about artists regretting signing record deals. So that is why tonight we are here to talk about it.
Anna.
I was saying Anna.
Contracts are.
Now our case study for tonight, well, what we are looking at with regards to the topic is Ground Up Charlie, and also Malcolm Luna and the former manager. And with Ground Up Charlie, we know that Kwesi Arthur was there, he left. Kwame MP was also there. Lale the official was also there, and Twitch. And Twitch own is just a recent one with the social media. Was it even a comment? He actually did a story post and a snap story post as well. So that's the latest. So what do you have to say about that? Let's start with you, because with the trends, Papa Oji started.
Okay, so what I'm saying, for me, as a professional, the first thing that lays the ground running for you is signing a deal, signing a contract with let's say a record label that wants to sign you. That's what binds you. That's what shows what they are going to do for you, and that's also what shows what you have to do for them. So contracts are very important. In this our business. Right. And sometimes they fail to look into the contract gaming, because contracts are meant to be read and reviewed. They are not like like it's by force for you to sign. They present it to you for you to go through, understand it, and be able to pen your signature, because the laws state that you have to be aware of what you are signing. You have to be of a sane mind. But unfortunately, some of these artists, when you give them the contract, because they've been underground for a very long time, because they want their breakthrough, they rarely go through the contracts and they sign. If they do not blow, it's not an issue. It's not an issue. Because if they blow, it becomes an issue. Right. Because for most record deals, definitely whoever is putting money is making a bigger chunk of the money, and it's also getting the masters of what
whoever is paying
gets a bigger chunk of the revenue that comes in, and also gets to own the masters accordingly. That is the system that we work with. So when they blow up, more money comes in. You know, earlier there was no money, so you get 5,000, but now you are getting like 100,000. You are still getting 5,000. You are like, well, how is it that I'm the one doing the singing and doing the work, and when money comes, I'm the one getting the least compared.
Yeah.
That's when the issues come in. Forgetting that the time that they were signed, it was more of a risk for the label investing in an unknown artist
than you investing in them.
Yeah, because ideally, if you had the money, you would have invested in yourself.
Exactly.
But you didn't have it, so you needed someone with the money and the connections and the networking, the resources to be able to take you to the next level. And that's where a label comes in. Label comes in with expertise, connections, networks, and the most important thing, funding. You get me?
Right.
Because let me use Kwesi as an example. Kwesi and Ground Up. If Ground Up never allowed Kwesi to record in their studio and also pay for the video shoot, we wouldn't have had the Kwesi that we have now. Ground Up would have just flowed under the radar without anybody knowing about it. You get me? That's the impact of Ground Up on Kwesi. And just based on that one act Ground Up did, we have Kwamina MP, we have Twitch. We have Kofi Mole, who all became bigger brands because of association with Kwesi, and with Ground Up.
Yeah.
So you see the chain reaction that it comes with. Because we are said it was released like a year before the whole Ground Up association came, and it took a life of its own. You get me?
Right.
So that is what it brings. And all I say is, you are never going to get the best of deals as a new artist. It never happens because you have no leverage. But having someone look at your contract allows certain things to be put right. At least it protects you a bit, because whoever presents the contract protects their back, because it's their lawyers drafting the contract. So you need someone who has legal background or a lawyer to also look through and make sure that you are also protected in the end. And that's what most of the people feel at. Because if you look at the Ground Up situation, it's basically it. You sign a contract without thinking, because it's like boys. Because it started as a movement.
Yes.
And now it became official. Now you have to sign, it'll be boys. They have my back. But business is business. You need to have an understanding of the business. And it's as simple as that. For Malcolm Nuna, if Malcolm had a case, he would have been to court now. He doesn't look like someone who has a case, because I believe his contract did not end and he wanted to end it. Even for at least Kwesi ended his contract. After the son of Jacob, he at least ran down the contract, and now he's a free person, now signed with a partnership with him in music. But I think for Malcolm's situation, Malcolm left the contract. So that's why he's facing the repercussions. Because I don't know who you will deal with that your contract ends amicably and they'll stress you. Nobody. The stress comes in when you want to leave the contract without using the due process stated in the contract. Because every contract has how you can live. And that's where lawyers. But if a lawyer had seen it for the Ground Up artists, they would have realized that, if you want to leave, if they are not doing this and this and this, then you can leave. So they have to do this and this and that, add it. But because there was no legal representation, to the best of our knowledge, that's why there's a lot of back and forth right now.
I see.
Yeah.
Papa.
I think Yao has said the corporate side of it, and that's the right way. You understand?
But okay. No, since you still have more to say, let's hear you.
Yeah. But let's come to the grounds, the industry. Whatever he said, that's a fact. They should listen. That's what they're supposed to do. But the honest truth is, Ground Up and Kwesi didn't start on, this is my paper, this is my that, so let's do this. You understand? There was a dream, and they all decided to chase that dream together. You understand? So at that moment, these corporate talks are not there. The dream is the most important thing. Just that Kwesi feels he has sacrificed a lot. Ground Up has also sacrificed
a lot.
We saw Kwesiata in the US during the time of the BET on Range Rovers, on all those things. Do you think it was Kwesiata that pulled it off? How much did it cost for them to put together that scene that we saw? So sometimes you will go and watch, and they also did their part, and probably even overdid it. Even you get it. I'm anybody who knows me and NYB from how I'm speaking will understand where I'm coming from. It's a whole different game from the ground coming. Just as NYB said, as an upcoming artist, there's no way you are going to get, like, you have no leverage. What shows I'm coming to give you 100,000? There's nothing that shows. Sakode can give matrices. We'll show you analytics. Shatawale will show you, and then you pay the money. Do you understand? But nobody knows you. You put your picture there and you're not even getting a like from your own friends. And you want me to come and put 100,000 behind you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. So the fact is there. But when you come to the ground, let's be realistic. Though, you have to read a contract, you have to do this. By the time that you are reading the contract, the person probably would have, or the him, you get it. Why is some investment, like the promotion, probably he would have, like Ground Up had Kwesi in the studio. Was Kwesi buying light? Like, was he paying for his production? Do you understand? Yeah, all these things come. So when they are both growing, they probably started without this knowledge. But when they are both growing, everybody grows differently. Ground Up wouldn't go like the way Kwesiata will go. Kwesiata will grow artistically. Ground Up is on a business lane, so they also grow business-wise.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
As Twitch post came with Ground Up's name as writer also, you are distributing. There are some technicalities. When you put Twitch's name there, at that time, Twitch, you don't have an agent to go and take your money. Do you understand? So they have to put their name there. There's a technicality. Things go on. It's not just about doing the music and putting it out there. So Ground Up, I would say, developed on that side. They matured on that lane. And you guys matured artistically. But the audience, the numbers, they follow the artists. They don't follow the, how do you call it, the platform that much. You get it? So as much as we know the fact, you are supposed to sit down, read the contract, blah, blah, blah. We have to be honest and know that at the beginning, you put contract there, and both of you, you just went online and then went to take some template and then put it together, and then you get it. Yeah. So let's be realistic that sometimes you have to watch it too. But how should I put this? There is a sincere truth. Your friend now, that followed you throughout, at a point should have a role playing. And as you are growing, that friend should also go. And that friend might even be matured at a lane where would be able to read your contract when it comes. Because you only get those things when, like, contracts coming in, when you have the numbers to sell.
Right.
You get it? Yeah. That every artist should know the roles that people are playing in their lives before even deciding to watch somebody's contract. That is what you should look out for when signing. Ask yourself, the people around me, what are their roles? Before you even ask another person to come in, what is that person coming to play? You get it? That's the first thing every artist should look out for. The people in your life, what roles are they playing? So the person coming, what role is the person coming to play? This Black Sheriff and the management, for instance, when you listen to the story very well, the management were pulling out the core people who were doing the work. So that you can't expect Black Sheriff. He understands the work and knows that these are the people that are making Black Sheriff. So I won't choose because you have money. No, what role you are coming to play all your roles? You can't do that. You get it? But probably somebody will say somewhere and say, "Oh, Black Sheriff no free management." You should understand what goes in. So the first thing that an artist has, you have to look for. You have to first manage your home before you start introducing people, before you even take the contract.
Wow. This is a lot. But do you think that it is also as a result of overexcitement that is why some of these artists don't even take the time the necessary time, as a matter of fact, to go over these contracts?
It can be overexcitement, it could be desperation. But
Right.
I go by one rule. It's a simple rule. I've said it everywhere. If you sign that contract, I have no sympathy for you. That is me.
Right.
Because you were not coerced. You were not forced. You signed on your own volition. You took it, signed it. You did not read. That's your problem. It's not my problem.
Right.
Don't come 2 or 3 years after and come and complain. When you signed it, because most contracts run 5 years.
Right.
You get me? So till you get to a place where you have leverage, where you can renegotiate a better deal, you are going to enjoy that same deal till 5 years. Because sometimes you can become so big, the label wants to renew. Then you can use your brand to leverage and get a bigger percentage or a bigger role.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But then if it doesn't happen that way, in the time catch, it's either you let your contract run out, or you look at the release clause and see or try and figure out which part the label is failing to do. I let them, if they fail to do it, you let your lawyer write them a letter. Then it is. But to chase public outcry, the public does not determine the final outcome. You sympathize with you 1 or 2 times, and the story becomes old news. Like today, I think I think Golili was interviewing Kwakese, was talking about the impact of the Fanti side of Ghana, Western. He mentioned Kenata, mentioned Kwa himself, and a couple of others. He failed to mention one name.
Papi.
Castro. He failed to mention Castro. What I'm trying to mean is, to get to a point where we won't think about you that much. You tend to leave the whole scene. You get me? So they really need to be focused on because once you sign there, you sign.
You've committed.
You get me? Once you sign, you sign.
Committed.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Committed.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Apoji, do you agree?
100%. 100%. He's talking from experience.
Experience, right.
And we've sat in meetings where we've read contracts that you finish reading and you're like, it doesn't make, you don't even see one budget. You don't see any number. You understand? You don't see any number in the contract, but the person will still sign. You understand? Because I've been through. We are putting it together for ourselves so that we will know that. Then the person will sign, and then a few years after, you'll be like, "Oh, you said you give me house." You said, but there's a paper there that didn't say that, so you can't defend yourself. So as soon as you are in there, that means what's on the paper, that's what you have chosen. Yeah, it's not what the person is saying. You can finish signing and the person will be like, "Oh, very soon I'll give you a house." You understand? It's not in the paper. If it's not there, you can't come back and sit on media and be saying that, "Oh, and you said you even give me a car." It doesn't work that way.
They see what Juma just said. That's why I need a lawyer to make sure that everything is in the contract.
Right.
Everything is prepared, because someone can sign you and through to 2-3 years they don't drop song. It's not, they are not mandated to drop a song. You get me? It's not mandated in the contract that every quarter or every year they have to drop a project for you. Once they are giving you money every month, they can tell you don't.
Right.
Like I have some 2 guys in a similar situation. They are not dropping music. I don't think it's not in their contract to that the people have to, but they are getting their monthly allowance.
Right.
How do you fight this? Because the contract does not state that you have to drop song every year, at least drop this number of songs. I'll cater for this and this and that. And that's why I need legal representation who is going to be able to pinpoint. You don't have legal brain.
Right.
Every self we've been around contracts. So sometimes some wedding can trick you because
just a small statement.
Because you are not lawyers. You've not gone to law school. You've just seen plenty contracts. So even we look for people who have the expertise to at least
help you.
Once they look through and say it's grand finale, it's grand finale.
Grand finale.
And one thing to also look out for when you take a contract, look at the budget. Look for a budget. Look for it. Like, it's the first thing you have to look for. Yeah. That's where we'll tell you
budget, royalties, the
yes.
recording access,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
and copyright issues. Very, very important.
You understand? You have to look out for these things.
Right.
The budget will tell you what they are going to do and what you are going to get out of it. So from what you are going to get out of it, you are going to see the royalties. You are going to see is the budget that will tell you where the mechanical rights are going. You understand? The writing rights, where it's going. Probably they are coming with their songwriter. Right. You understand? So you have to make sure there is a budget.
There's a budget.
And make sure you are okay with it. If you are okay with it, you can go ahead, send it to your legal. You know, sometimes you can even just go to maybe you say maybe I don't know any lawyer. They say they are online. Go to Instagram or you can search for one. You understand? Just contact the person and just be honest. They will just help you out. You get it, yeah.
Okay. So with regards to what you said, how can artists also balance between the need for their creative processes and also the demands of the record label or their creative controls? How can they balance the need for creative controls and the demands of the record label?
Well, here's the thing, the label has its vision. You also have your vision. Before you sign to a label, you guys need to have an understanding.
Right.
And being on a label is not difficult. I think usually people assume it's not difficult. The label needs music to promote. Go and do the music and bring it. You pay for it. It's one of the easiest things to do in terms of the processes. What is hard is when it comes to the selection process of what song to promote. That is where there's a bit of back and forth because this one wants the song, this one wants the song. Artists will say this is the song my heart is inside. Label too will say this is the song we can market. So when you get to that point, that's when it becomes a little bit back and forth. But in terms of balancing, I think it's easy for artists to balance it out. It's very easy, especially artists who are taking advance. They are enjoying.
It's like they will get you the resources to be comfortable. So there is no reason not to create. You get it, yeah. So just as I was saying, when it gets to the point where you have to release a song, that's where there is always a fight. Because sometimes you know that this song, I can push it to NYB, so that NYB will link Zion Felix for Zion Felix to tell Kojo Sheldon. You understand? You know that this was what you can do with this song, but the artist is filling another song. And you can't do anything about it. So it boils down. If there's a mutual agreement, if even you can even put all those things in the contract.
Right.
Yeah, to control, the emotions. To control the emotions, you can have specific policies governing the kind of songs you release. You understand? Probably a vote. If five people from the team, or maybe 50% or vote for something, then that means that's what we are going with, and everybody will follow that line. All these things. That's what forms the contract.
Because artists can be funny.
Yes.
Like I go and get a songwriter for you. Come and do a perfect song.
Right.
Say, I can write my thing. You to everything right be hustle music. And I give you love song. Everything right be hard. Everything be hardcore. I'm giving you someone who is going to soften you, so I say I'll write my thing. It's very complicated.
It's very complicated. Yeah. But what are also some of the strategies that artists can also use when negotiating for record label deals in order to get fair deals?
There's nothing like fair deal.
You understand?
There's nothing like fair deal.
It's an exploit.
So during negotiations, there's nothing like fair deals. But I mean, we agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's what will always happen.
Someone has to compromise. You see that the label is compromising.
You disagree to agree and then you sign.
Or the artist will compromise.
Yeah.
There's not like one person will feel it is not being fair to them.
Fair.
But once we are all enjoying, we are enjoying. So like we are saying, get an expert. I think this whole issue we are talking about, the answer is one. Get an expert. Because the negotiation table is going to determine the next 5 years of your life.
Yeah.
But as an artist, one thing you should look out for, aside the duration, look out for what the label is supposed to do for you.
It's very important.
They need to state it so that you have a fair idea that this is what I'm supposed to get within this period. If I'm not getting it, then I can start the process of leaving the contract, but it's a waste of time. Do you understand?
Right.
Also, an artist, make sure that you get your publishing. For masters there, me, if I be label, say, me, I know will give you that one there, once I'm paying for it. But publishing is for songwriters, it's not for the artists. It's for whoever writes or being a part of the writing process. So if the artist writes his or her own music, he or she is entitled to their publishing. So let's say the Twitch ground up situation, that is the only part where, let's say, I feel like maybe ground up didn't do right because it was written by ground up. Because once Twitch wrote the song, Twitch deserves to make credit.
Right.
But even that one, I still blame Twitch because as an artist, you have to get a publisher who will take your royalties. You are not the one who's going to fight for your publishing.
Probably at that time, Twitch might not have had these information.
No, but even now that he has, he's still, you see, that's the thing. All these things do not die. That's the beauty about music. Twitch can get a publisher now and start chasing all the back.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
He wasn't even supposed to come.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So he's just getting his publishers, chase his money. Simple. Rather than trying to create a fuss, because it became like a back and forth. People are saying this and that. When you can easily get the money without stressing so much. So as when you're negotiating your deal, make sure that there's publishing there. That's where if you write your songs and they release it, you get, because if they bring third party, that person is getting published. So if you're also writing, you are getting published.
You should.
And like Jima also said, look at the budget.
Important.
How much are they putting in? And also look at accounting. How many times in a year am I getting accounting reports of money spent and money's gained? For me to have a fair idea of with the money coming in and the money going out. So I don't feel like you guys are cheating me. Because if I know that you invested 1 million in me, you have to recoup your 1 million, then we share profit. That is, so I think these are some of the key things. The work the label has to do for you, your publishing aspect, your budget, and then what I said last.
Okay, then let's also look at some of the red flags that artists should watch out for when reviewing record label deals, because I think it is very, very important, so that in case someone is watching us, they'll be able to educate themselves.
First red flag, the budget.
The budget.
If there's no budget, like, what are you working for? It's like
budget in terms of,
that's what speculates how much you are going to put in and how much you would expect. That's what will show how much you expect out. That's what will show how many times you are going to release a song and how much work you put in the marketing. Are you going to shoot a video for every song I release? Are you going to am I going to record with Snow Beats on every song, or you would go to Kiwa, or are you going to link me to appear to what you get it? That's the budget should entail all these things. So if there's no budget, what are you going to do? It's like they're employing you and they're not going to pay you, or like what's happening? Do you understand? So that's the first thing. If there's no budget, there's no conversation. You get it. And then secondly, being rushed is a red flag. You shouldn't be rushed. You understand? When the person waiting for you to finish analyzing or reviewing the contract is saying you are delaying, don't be rushed. Don't feel like, oh, the person will go. The right investment is the right investment. The person that's when you skip stuff. You skip clause. My kind. But my mom can read, and then you understand. You skip the lawyer. You get it. So don't be rushed in any way. And then also, how prepared is the other party? Sometimes somebody has money, is how do you call it?
Loves music. It's a love of music.
You understand? It's a love of music. Probably it's a fan. Saw your live video or something somewhere, and then you understand, wants to put
she's interested.
You get it. The person doesn't know how you even release your song. Hey, I didn't put it Spotify. Audio marking way. So we come back to what I was saying. When you know the people around you and their responsibilities, when a person coming in doesn't understand, you introduce the person to the people who know what is going on. You get it, because you, the artist, we spoke about this the last time. You are the face, but there's the engine, pedals, everything is working around.
It's working.
Yeah. So when the person is not having any expertise around or expertise himself, him or herself, is a red flag. So those are, I think, the 4 red flags I'll give.
NYB.
Okay, so for me, red flags, vague language. When they are not specific on what they will do, it's a red flag. Also, like Jema said, you need to know the team. What are their expertise? Have they done it before? If they have, what's their track record? If they haven't, who do they have on their team that you believe is worth your time? Because the truth is, you also have labels who waste people's time. Yeah. That one is there.
Yes.
You have labels who sign you to do and then they waste your time, spoil your career. Where they are not specific on what they are going to do for you. If they don't mention anything about publishing, if in the contract they want to own every single thing, including your publishing, it's a huge red flag. Yeah, so I think these are the red flags you need to look out for.
Okay, and taking our case study for an example, how can artists also protect their intellectual property rights when they sign with record labels?
I think that you should have a publisher.
Okay.
You should. You before you see.
What are the responsibilities of the publishers aside the royalty part NYB mentioned?
That's basically it. They are supposed to protect what is yours.
Right.
You get it. Probably it wouldn't be the whole song with a beat being used, but it could be just your lyrics. On my podcast on GAG with Alikoto,
right,
he really went into details with this, like to the extent that people are being paid for T-shirts using their lyrics on like as point of sale. So Bob Marley will be paid for all those One Love T-shirts that are coming out when people buy them. Right. You understand? So that's the role of a publisher. Protecting, like going to take what is supposed to be yours. You can't just you bought this camera before you started using it. You didn't just go to take it and then you started using it. That's what is happening to creatives. People just go take their stuff and they are using it. Right. So the publishers, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Basically with the songwriting, right? Yeah. So even if there's no beat, your lyrics is also protected.
It's also protected. Yeah.
Also, you need to know the type of deal you sign. So we have different type of deals. Right. You have 360, that's encompassing the record label and the management. We have just a label deal where the label just does the music. They don't handle your management. Then we have the management that handles your day-to-day affairs. Then they don't handle your music.
Your records,
You get it. So know the type of deal that you are getting yourself into before you sign. If you sign a 360, it means the label is going to give you their own management.
Right.
We don't care about your management.
That's 360.
360. And 360, yes, and 360 means you are making money off every single aspect of your career. And usually that's the deal that most major labels go for, because especially for a new artist, because you don't know your value. So at least you need to make money from every single aspect, from merchandising, even your publishing, your performance, and all that. Because you have some deals where your performance money belongs to you, and each comes with different percentages. There's not like a standard percentage for every single. Each comes with percentage. So let's say a major record label deal in terms of recording deal, the percentages for the big labels is 15 to 16%. That's the highest an artist can get from a recording deal. Unless it's a smaller label with a bigger artist, then it can go as high as even 50-50, depending on the leverage you are given. And someone like Drake could definitely command a bigger percentage than someone like a Safu Newman. You understand? And also, some have the performance. Yeah, performance for 360 performances. It could be 50-50, where the artist makes 50% from performing and the label also makes 50-50. Merchandising can be 70-30 or 50-50, depending on if the artist is also investing money into the printing. Do you understand? So these are all critical aspects when it comes to what you are signing, and each one has different layers to it. So you need to have an understanding of what exactly you are signing away, and how much of yourself you are giving for whatever you are about to gain. So that's what you need to look out for.
Okay. My last question was actually going to be on how they can ensure they maintain ownership and control when it comes to their brand and also their music when they are signing the record label. But I think with what you mentioned, it has to do with that. So
no, but if they want to own their masters, they should invest in themselves. Yes, they shouldn't let someone come and invest in them. Because as a startup brand, you are never going to own your product, so you become big. You know, now we have major artists who are signing big deals and they are still owning their masters because they are profitable to the extent that if the label doesn't even own the masters, they are going to recoup their money and make profit. That's the only reason we own masters is we do not know your career trajectory. You could fail. It could take 100 years for your record to make money. It's an investment. It's a risk.
Put it down and wait for you to make it.
Yeah, it's a risk. Because if I sign you 5 years, then let's say the first 4 years you are unprofitable. The last year you are profitable. Then your contract ends and you want to own your masters. What am I getting?
It's not even fair. Like, you see the way I said, do
you understand? But if you want to own your own masters, simply put, invest in yourself. Invest, and get to the point where you can sit down with labels, negotiate and own your masters. Mr. Easy is at a certain level in his career. He can own his masters and still be signed to a major label. So get to that point, invest in yourself, get to that point, and then aside that there, don't come and do strong arm, say, I won't own my masters. Who are you? You are nobody. You need me. I'm risking myself for you. As much as you have talent, you have millions of people who have talent. Yeah, so that.
Your final words then, Papa OG.
Oh yeah, my final words is as an artist, be on the lookout. Just get a professional. They are all over the place. Papa OG, they not be lawyer, but he has a fair idea. No, he can give you ideas. Me to idea. And before I leave, a big shout out to Ahambrasio Kuto. He always keeps me looking sharp and all that. I rarely give him shout out. So today,
shout out to him today.
Shout out to Ahambrasio Kuto.
Okay, Papa OG.
It's a great topic. I believe anyone who has watched has learned like something from it. Yeah, because it's a heavy topic. It's dear to my heart. Yeah.
And I even like the fact that today it's been very calm because we are educating people today.
Yes.
But from the beginning, you wanted to bring the controversy. In as much as I liked it, the trends, I mean, you are talking about something and you are bringing in a comedy. Papa OG.
You understand? So it's a good topic. We've learned a lot. But I want people to also not forget the reality on the ground. There's a reality on the ground. Every artist begins like helter skelter, like a rebel. My brother Caps told me that, like, you know, you'll do music, you will not go to school. You see that kind of vibe. So when you look at them, they're like, it's like they're fighting the world. You get it. That's why, like, ground up, it pains me like all these things are coming up because they've done well for the music industry. Honestly, they've done well. They've really, really done well. Ground up has done very well. Very, very well. In the same way, GAG is also doing well for artists. Follow the page. This, as I said, I have a podcast going on that we talk about music education. It's basically that. So they should just follow. We are GHG. We are GHG. And don't miss Shobiz because the topics that they are bringing up, you guys, you are working.
Thank you. And we are working with you, right? So thank you all for joining me here today. NYB, whoever is worrying you on the phone. Anyways, thank you, my cherished viewer, for sticking and staying with me throughout the entire show. I always keep telling you that we are doing this show with you, our cherished viewer, in mind and in our hearts. That is why our WhatsApp lines are always open for you. So I don't get so excited when I don't get in any messages, because I'm like, are you not watching me? Don't you love the show? I know you do. That is why you always have to share with me your views and your opinions through our WhatsApp number. Remember that we're live on our Facebook and on our YouTube at Shobiz TV. And you can always take us along wherever you go if you have an Android phone by downloading the Shobiz TV app on the Google Play Store. A very big thank you to Goldie Looks for this beautiful outfit. You can find her on all social media platforms at Goldie_looks. GH, Goldie_looks GH on all social media platforms. And also a thank you to Glambayase for the beautiful makeup. You can equally find her on all social media platforms at Glambayase. To my executive producers, my producer, and everybody behind the scenes, my producer Ineg, I see you, and thank you so much for holding me down today. So until we meet same time next week Thursday, enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye.